The I Am Nobody Guide to Being Somebody, as read by Morgan Freeman. This audiobook is for those nobodies of the vanishing middle classes who are unwilling to conform to the downsizing of themselves in American society. Nobodies are the first endangered species who demand, and in fact are owed, an explanation from those giants, financial and mental, who are responsible for their situation. If you are a nobody and would like to be a somebody, I suggest you listen to the following in order to become somebody while there are still free prizes and parking. Why would I want to be a somebody? What is wrong with being a nobody? These answers are easy. Everybody wants to be somebody, don't they? Yes, they do. Why then can't everybody be a somebody? Why are there so many Americans who are nobody? Has it always been this way? These are simple questions, and they are the textbook definition of irony. It's true, any citizen posing such questions would indeed be judged to be a nobody, and further, without possession of even the most basic understanding of the wickedly greedy underpinnings of U.S. government, that same nobody could never hope to be a somebody. Confused? It doesn't really matter. If you were a somebody, you would understand. But as a nobody, your rights to whys and wherefores remain truly non-existent. Unfair? You bet. But as a card-carrying nobody, you are in no position to quibble, gripe, cry, or protest. In fact, you are not in any position at all, unless you count hands and knees or bent over. You can try complaining, but who's even listening? As my granny used to say, fairs are for tourists. Historically, the facts are clear. As a nobody, chances are very good you've always got the short end of the stick, been left holding the bag, been sold down the river, or received the shaft. You could never win because somebody always got over on you. It's not what you knew, but who you knew. But, in fact, you didn't know anybody. Nobody ever gets a break, except, of course, an arm or a leg. And if you're fortunate, you may have good coverage. But naturally, you are not, so you do not. But all is not lost. There are some simple strategies you can follow that will set you on the fast track to becoming a buddy faster than you can say gated community. Of course, there's no guarantee that every nobody will become a somebody. There is a delicate balance that needs to be considered, i.e. the haves and the have-nots. But as long as this caste system is not badly broken, there is indeed some room at the top. Somebody has got it in for me. Somebody is out to get me. Sounds just as paranoid as all those people trying to kill us, right? Well, yes and no. There are documented cases of such conspiracies, but by and large, somebody would normally be far too busy counting their assets to harass a nobody. If you are a somebody, you rarely, if ever, interact with a nobody, let alone conspire against them. But by the same token, there is ample evidence that as a group, somebody is always first in line, while nobody ever gets to the front of said line. If you are truly a somebody, you know to guard your stuff jealously. Nobody is going to get their meat hooks on that which is yours. You acquired it fair and square. Taken to its extreme, this situation has been adopted by our own government. Witness how brazenly key members of Congress and the Senate are bought and paid for by someone's bottomless sacks of filthy lucre. They may call them constituents, but we all know that they are really somebody. Nobody could afford to bankroll so many members of either house or party, but somebody can. The native peoples we encountered while establishing our little utopia believed nobody should own land or its resources. That made it easy for somebody to show them how genuinely correct they were. Safety in numbers does not apply in this new world order. As the numbers of nobodies have grown sharply, somebody has downsized steadily. So how can you become somebody? It's a lot easier than they would want you to know. Try one of these strategies. Cash in. Just exactly what it sounds like. Target a somebody who needs emergency funding. Bail, drug deal gone bad, overdosed or broken escort service employees. Put simply, blackmail. Sure, it sounds like an extortionist wet dream, but viewed from a somebody-like perspective, the only thing somebody would like is to stay out of some nasty jail or cold grave, and just might compensate you handsomely to see to it that they succeed. Watch carefully that the ethical, legal script don't flip, and make certain somebody has nothing incriminating against you, because somebody is always prepared to cut a deal. Number 2, marry in. This is the purest way in. Identify as somebody with offspring who detest them on the subatomic level. Now simply introduce yourself. You could choose to be honest and divulge your true intentions, because they will no doubt enjoy assisting with your plundering the family riches and ultimately getting your hands on their stuff. This method, in fact, has been responsible for more wealth generation than the Donald Trump, Bernie Madoff gene splicing and King Midas sperm bank partnership. Number 3, lie in. Pose as a long-lost relative. Of course, this rarely works, even on television. Used only with foolproof stories or Alzheimer's victims with no relatives and large sums of money. Number 4, crash in. Target a somebody. Follow them. Do not let them know you are following them. This only works if you have full insurance on your vehicle. A minor fender bender is the surest way to start a confidence game with a somebody. Think about it. If you can make it seem like their fault, bonus. Somebody just loves to avoid a lawsuit, and guess who is going to help them out? You future somebody. Finally, however you get in is fine. But always remember to rig the latch for the next nobody. Remember, a pessimist is an informed optimist. This has been Morgan Freeman for I Am Nobody, LLC, Inc.